Hey everybody, early in the morning. So if I'm not that concise and lucid, you understand why, I hope. I really haven't been getting enough sleep lately. I'm trying to get everything done. It's becoming increasingly difficult as we grow. I just, in the morning, sometimes I'll sit here and have my coffee or, oh, now I just made a nice mess. If Val were here, man, she would choke shit out of me, but I gotta clean that shit up. If she comes home and sees that boy, whew, oh yeah. Anyway, that's fucking nice. But, yeah. Jesus. Like I was saying, I try and get everything done. I'm trying to keep up. It's becoming increasingly difficult as we grow. I'm just one guy. I don't even know what the fuck But usually in the mornings when I get up early, sometimes I'll sit here and try to drink my coffee or hot chocolate in this case without spilling the shit all over the place. And by the way, this hot chocolate is the Fairlife 2% chocolate milk. Just heat it up. It is freaking delicious. Delicious and protein-rich, nutritious. And I'll sit here and watch some videos, on the TV sometimes. Just not really killing time, but kind of killing time. But it's a little entertaining. And yeah, I find some of these other cats making videos very entertaining. And I just saw the Collie Muscle video with Collie and Flex. Collie Muscle's everywhere, man. Just saw the Collie and Flex video doing arms. And yeah, he just put that up like 13 hours ago, it says. Anyway, the point here is, at the end of the video, Flex, and I'm going to get serious here for a minute, so that's going to, and I'm, how serious do I usually get? I'm going to get a little serious. Not really horrible serious. But Flex said at the end of the video in closing, I guess that he's probably, must be receiving a lot of negative criticism. I'm sure he's getting a lot of positive support too. He's got to be, right? He's an icon, legend in the industry, in bodybuilding. One of the greatest physiques ever. So, but apparently he's getting enough negative criticism that it's getting in his head a little bit, at least to where it's irritating him. And he's set out to try to explain to people from where he and Collie both come from, the backgrounds, and that they've overcome so much to get to where they are, and suggesting that, people need to show a little respect. And that's coming from a guy that's, how old is Flex? Flex, how old are you, 50? 51, 50? I don't know. Everybody's younger than me. I'm older than everybody. And now some people out there, Flex I guess really is like 50, 51, whatever he is. But some people out there are as old as me. Oh yeah, but they're not going to admit that. But I admit it. What can I do? I can't hide it, and I look every bit of it. But he was saying that, people need to have respect and all this. And at that age, man, by now you got to understand, dude, you cannot demand respect from anybody. And I think a lot of young guys, they get this really twisted. You think you can, and I'm not saying you, Flex, it applies to you, brother, no shit. But a lot of young cats, they think they can, they can demand that people are going to respect me. They're going to respect me. You can't demand anybody's respect, man. Do you know, if you really know what respect is, then number one, you're going to know you can't demand respect from anyone. And number two, you'll know that if you have to demand it, then it's not respect you're getting. If you would have to demand it, not earn it, but if you would have to demand it from someone, what would they be, like afraid not to respect you or whatever for you to be able to demand it and get it? And if that were the case, it wouldn't be worth having. It wouldn't really be respect. It would be like fear, something like that. But as far as saying that, somebody's got to respect what you've accomplished, or what you believe you've accomplished, and the value of that, in the overall scheme of things, we're not researching cures for cancer here. So, now me personally, coming from, having such an interest in bodybuilding for so long, oh, hell yeah, I got all the respect in the world for Flex Wheeler. All the respect for Sean Ray. No matter, even if anybody says something I disagree completely with, those guys, man, they of course, I'm always going to respect what they've accomplished. There's no question. They're incredible, amazing guys in the sport. Right? But besides that, we're all human beings too. And And I don't know what kind of human being anybody in general is, if I don't know them really well and personally. But you can't demand respect from anybody, and you can't, I'm not so sure you can expect it, especially in today's society. Respect is earned, or it doesn't have any value. If respect isn't something that's earned, then there's no value in it. So you're not really getting anything for that out of the respect. Somebody respects you, you know, based on what? I mean, how do you define respect, and what is its value? You know, it has no value if it's not earned. That's why it has so much value, because it's earned and deemed deserved. And if you believe that you have earned it and that you deserve it, and you're not going to get it out of somebody, then is it worth anything if they did respect you? Because they apparently have no, you know what I mean? There's a disconnect between you and them with this respect thing. And they're looking at it from a different perspective, and they're not cognizant in the same way you are. And I'm not sure that they can be really validated by you based on that they respect you or not. I mean, what is the value in that respect from that individual? Who is that person to you that their respect has any value? You know, Christ, there could be people out there that respect all kind of stuff that you may look at and say, I have no respect for that, right? You know, morally or on principles or ethics or just in general. So I think it's all subjective relative to where it's coming from. You know, like, who respects you? What kind of people respect you? Right? I think that's where the value in it is. Not something that you can demand or expect from anybody, especially in today's society, man. If you're letting it get into your head like that, even enough to make a remark like that, and expect anybody to learn from that, you know, it's not something that you should need at this stage of the game from somebody. I mean, I certainly do not need it. I don't need it. I don't demand anybody to respect me. I mean, in fact, if I'm out in public and somebody's disrespectful to me, come on, man, we're not in prison and I'm not a kid. What am I going to do about it? What is it? What should I do about it? Well, the most respectable thing I can do is give them a pass. Especially if I'm capable of doing other. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I have the ability to do other and I elect to be better, then that's respectable. The default to the easiest thing for me to do necessarily would not be so respectable. So it's all, you know, subject to perspective. But yeah, you can't, for respect to have any value, it has to be earned, and then you have to understand the source that you're drawing that respect from. You know, if somebody that you respects you, then there's more value in that than some complete buster whose only, you know, kicks and giggles are to come onto the internet because their life is so devoid of any actual worth or meaning to them, which it isn't, but to them they think it is. So they just come onto the internet with no other intention than to go watch somebody's video because their time is so unimportant to them and worthless that they have the time to allot to watch somebody's video that they already know they're only looking for something to slight in that person. You know what I mean? What kind of life is that to even bother to log on and go to look for somebody's stuff just to make a, you know, an off-color remark or some kind of just not clever, you know, immature remark? And especially if it were a grown man making these remarks, that's the biggest fear of mine. How many actual adults are amongst these busters making these remarks? You know, the little trolls on YouTube. How many of these are like adults? That's really scary. You know, so Flex, you know, I'm fucking not busting your chops, but I'm just pointing out to you, brother, as another grown man. And I don't come from no motherfucking silver spoon background by any motherfucking means. And I'm trying to watch my language and I'm screwing up again, man. So I apologize for that. But self-respect. You respect you and you carry yourself, be the best you can be. Put that out there as your representation. And then let the pieces fall where they may, man. You know, it's just like, you know, I don't know. But you can't demand and require respect of anybody. Respect is a thing that has to be freely given, and it has to be earned. If it's not earned, the other side of the coin is if a person just walks around and he doesn't know what respect is, so he feels he should respect, I have respect for that person. Why do you respect that person? Why? Now, if they say to you, well, in general, I allot a certain amount of respect to everybody. I respect everybody's opinion. I respect everybody's right to be themselves. I respect everybody as another sentient being, a human being on this planet, until, you know, I see a display or whatever, or learn enough about them to find that I feel otherwise. Now, if they say that's an intelligent answer, and that's kind of how I am. I afford everybody respect, you know. You give respect, you get respect. So respect is it's a huge thing, but it's not something you can just demand from somebody, because if somebody is of the caliber of person that you would need to demand it from them because they don't even afford people proper respect or consideration, or just overall just not even just socially polite, you know, or considerate, then their respect isn't worth having, man, at the end of the day. So it isn't even worth a waste of breath. And it's probably not worth the breath I wasted here to talk about it. But it's early in the morning. I'm trying to wake up. All right? And you guys are helping me. All right, you guys take care, man. I'll catch up to you again. And if I'm behind on something for somebody out there, man, Lord, please, you know, cut me a break. I'm trying the best I can do. I'm only one guy. You know, one guy. I'll be slowing down a little bit after this, but I'll be cranking up with the videos. Slowing down with other things after this, after the next few months, because I'm in a little bit of deep water right now as far as trying to keep up with all of it. All right, take care. Have an awesome day, man. Have an awesome day. Don't let them beat you up too tough at work if you got to unfortunately go there.